We are ready for this game. We have Silent picking Vanilla GL8 and cncHD happy to go random.
Because the game's balanced, so people don't care which faction you are.
Well, it is about caring because some people are obviously better at GLA or China or USA or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's there's no actual ridiculous thing that owns a specific faction.
Yeah, that's correct. Like, you know, China Infest, China Vanilla. Okay, so welcome to a 1.6 VOD brought to you by Pwnage Machine from the GeneralsGentlemen and Squaggle from his live stream. Today we have Silent as the GLA Vanilla and cncHD as the China Vanilla. Did I say China Vanilla? GLA Vanilla and China Vanilla.
Yeah. So we have Vanilla matchup. It's this well, it'll be interesting. Using the core units of each faction, and
yeah, it's actually the interesting about 1.6 is people are actually playing a lot more of the vanilla factions as opposed to 1.4, where generally people only stick to the one or two sub factions.
Yeah. But then it's important not to get it confused with a patch that makes 0-hour like CCG, because that is not the case. 0-hour remains slightly faster paced because I feel I'm not sure whether it's true, but certain things for GLA, certain buildings build a slight bit slower in CCG.
My stream, cncHD being honest here.
So he's not actually following it to cheat, which is nice to see.
Unlike probably Rengo last game. Now, so we do have double War Factory commands in assault from cncHD, and interesting enough, we actually have one of his trucks coming out the middle of the map. He's going to try and crush down that worker building that tunnel.
It's going to be very close.
There in time,
no, he's turning back.
No, he turned smart thing, because if he actually tried to get that down, he would have lost the truck to the tunnel and the RPG composite mixture.
And it's basically so 600 he can't afford.
Yeah, the right judgment to know when or when not you should commit to running someone over. So we do have a tech terror now coming out from Silent. There's 4 terrorists, and probably that worker, I'd imagine. Generally, with tech terrors, you'll see like a 5th worker, so they can build like a really aggressive tunnel, so they can just keep doing a lot more harassment.
He already has one on the right side.
Sorry? Oh, worker, here we go. Looks like the RPGs will actually scout this down though.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I was wrong. It wasn't a dual war factory. It commands in a sealed, but it wasn't a dual war factory. It was just a single war factory and a barracks. Yeah. So the RPGs are actually catching out. That's technical, but I did manage to get past in time. It looks like he will manage to catch down that supply stash and lose that. He might need to retreat the trucks. So they can get the crush.
Oh, there's an awesome bit of micro there from cncHD.
I don't think he can kill it with that many terrorists, because he did manage to deny that one terrorist. So that was really good timing there, unless I'm completely wrong. He realises that, yeah, he realises that he won't actually kill it. So then he tries to go for something else, probably going to try and get the dozer or the
Oh, he's just getting the barracks there, it's a good choice.
I would have thought he was going to go for the dozer, actually. So we have a flame tank now taking out this left tunnel here with a Gatling tank pushing through the left side of the map. So with that, there goes a pretty important map control, and it can actually push through the supply now.
There is a tunnel going up to defend that, so we'll see if this gets up in time for the Gatlings.
I don't think it'll get there in time though. He really needs to get some Scorpions out, because quads aren't really good against Gatlings when there's that many in number.
Well, Gatlings own the quads.
Pretty fantastic. Yeah. So it looks like he's going to actually lose it. He needs to use the guard mode to actually gun down that worker, which he probably did. For those of you who don't know, the best way of actually trying to focus down a worker, like in a scaffold, is not clicking on it. You go G for guard mode, click on it, and then it'll focus the next unit in that little circle, because it can be very difficult to actually manually click through. Anyway, so a tech RPG coming from Silent actually in this, taking out both of these trucks mining against that supply. So that's actually going to be an even trade here from both players, taking out one another's supply units.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to follow the game, and I'm aware that we have some people in the Hamachi chat trying to ask for a link for
stream. Oh, okay.
No, for the 1.06 patch. So I apologise for the next I don't know, 30 seconds. I'm just going to quickly grab a link for them, so they're not sitting there.
Okay. I will the reins then. Meanwhile, we do have another Gatling tank actually coming down from cncHD, gunning down all the Silent's workers now. They stand no chance because the units are cut off. A pretty big quad army here from Silent though. Another tech RPG gunning down even more trucks. There's been so many exchanges of these workers here. Both players keep losing some of their units. The Gatling tank now is actually ripping through all these RPGs though. So both players are actually on a very slow economy because of how much that they keep losing all of their worker units. And we are seeing a mixture of both quads and scorps coming out from Silent. And I keep forgetting that you're not saying anything. Okay, so a flame tank is coming out now to actually try and get the supply, but it will get caught out by those quads. Gunned down in a matter of seconds, because quads are pretty good against flame tanks, leaving some scrap there now so he can actually take that. But he does forget about it. Whoops, okay. So meanwhile, we have China trying to actually defend. He's trying to position units around the map to actually protect against more aggression, but that looks rather futile at this stage because it just keeps funneling out more and more units. A lot of quads, a couple of scorps. He'll be able to definitely deal with these quad RPG combination. He needs to take out that worker so he can't get the tunnel there in time. But now he has split up the RPGs from the quads, so now the RPGs just stood no chance against all of those quad scorpion mix.
Yep, and I'm back.
He's back, awesome. So the supply is going down now, so when that supply goes down, then cncHD is going to be having a very hard time actually dealing with this aggression. We do see some Battle Masters coming out of cncHD though, which is fantastic to see China Vanilla do, because no one builds Battle Masters 1.4 because they're absolutely terrible, but they were buffed quite a bit in 1.6, so now the Scorpions are going to be engaging this Battle Master. The Battle Master is ripping through the quads, but there's just that many of them, I don't think they'll actually work. Yeah, there's no chance they can defend with that many few units. He really needs to make some cost-effective exchanges.
And he's going to lose his power as well, which is going to prevent him from building any units fast. Yeah.
But actually, yeah, these Battle Masters are going to be the unit of choice here, because despite costing the same as Scorpions, 650, actually that's not true, because GLA Vanilla, they cost 600 I think, but definitely they're a lot stronger than Scorpion tanks, like, even with the rocket, and then once you get the Horde bonus, they're again even stronger. Yeah. So Battle Masters are actually pretty good, they're just really slow compared to Scorpions, that's why Scorpions are weaker to compensate, because they move a lot faster, as well as Scorpions have better anti-infantry with that rocket.
We have some flanking quads here. On the left.
Yeah, flanking quads. That's the thing, is he's really abusing the slow movement speed of these Battle Masters by having both a push on the left and the right. He just can't deal with that many units, because even with one push, he's just outmaneuvering them because how much slower they are. So the War Factory is going down now to these quads.
cncHD calls the GG. Very well played there from Silent. And that's good to see the use of the mobility of GLA.
But yeah, both players were doing some really good aggression, but I think Silent's aggression was paid off a lot more than what cncHD's aggression did, because it's a lot more expensive to replace trucks than it is workers. Yeah. And he just managed to pick his engagements very well and actually make you hold off the army until he could rebuild it. Yeah,
we actually have Darth playing against Op Snyder currently.
Oh really?
On the Goon.
Oh, I just can't keep up with all the action we have going on here.
It's about this time of the day. Sorry, Karen.
Yeah, that's the problem with in my time zone. Like, I keep asking people if they want to play, and everyone's asleep because they don't live in Australia. Yeah. And then, like, suddenly overnight, there's all these games going on. I just want to sit there and play with them and cast them, but I can't because I have to go to bed. But just kidding, because my sleeping pattern's broken for this very reason. So I just gave up. Like, I actually slept until like midnight from like 9 PM so I could stay up late and actually stream some games for you. GG.
Well, that was similar for me last night, where I stayed up until like I think it's about 10 this morning and slept through to get this going.
This is a level of commitment that we have for you guys is just absolutely ruining our personal lives to deliver the very best.
I also.
Sorry,
I was reading a post on Game Replays.
What post? Darth saying that sneaky high definition dude ninjaing his spot in the game.
I have to set to 4-player map to get these guys in. My bad. What was this? There was a not a tournament. Team Tropical Warfare. No. There was a map that I wanted to see. 2v2 map, but I cannot remember what it's called.
I'm not sure. We have someone who's actually posting a link in the stream for the 1.6 patch.
I'll post a link to Game Replays because, no offense, but I don't actually trust other sites just in case, for the benefit of the viewers.
Well, no. Well, the reason why I'm going to post it as well, because in there I have all of my instructions that I've written out for everyone, as well as the fact that I also have the instructions for Hamachi in order to join our network, and I have like links to the league and whatnot.
I've posted that particular thread already.
Well, I posted my patch that has a link to everything. So thanks for you guys for trying to post it, and I appreciate that. But just the reason why I've reposted is because it has the installation instructions.
Apparently, you were
with my
dropped.
own little personal touch. Was I? Probably because I've minimized.
I'm holding you a space. There you go.
In before cncHD, just like take a spot. Little dirty German.
I think we should have a game on Hard Winter here. Quite like this map.
Hard Winter. I keep calling it Harsh Winter. Yeah, this map's fantastic. I absolutely love this map. The reason why is because the third supply from both players is in the middle of the map.
Forces that fight in the middle.
Yeah, because they share their third supply. You have to see a lot of aggressive play to actually deal with that that supply.
Yeah.
And I also love the interesting tech building placements, like near the garrisons. So, like, often if someone manages to get that third supply, they can also catch up by the other person getting both of those oil derricks and the garage with the buildings to defend it.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to another game on the 1.6 community patch here on Squaggle's live stream. Today with a match between Silent as the
Demolition General.
Aqua, I think it is. I was going to say Cyan or Aqua, one of those. Anyway, as a Demolition General. And on the south we have cncHD as the China Nuke, playing on the map Hard Winter.
Yep. Slight bit of lag,
Which
but
is
that's
awesome
just the game getting started, I guess.
Yeah, the thing with Pwnage is it always has like a huge lag in like the first 10 seconds when it's like established connections.
Yeah.
And then after that, then it actually
once
runs
that
pretty fine,
spikes over, like the connection's really a lot better than the 0 hour online, I believe.
It depends where you're coming from.
Yeah.
If you're locally, you get fine connection. But
Yeah.
if you're like across the other world, you can get a bit of delay. Anyway, so we have cncHD selling off his commands to get those extra funds, getting some 2 trucks now, and actually not going for a really aggressive barracks.
Building and
warfare,
selling a barracks there.
Oh yeah. When I play this map, I always like to get a really aggressive war factory in the middle of the map, like for my second supply, so you can just really balls out a flame tank and actually harass down the tunnels or whatnot. Because I try and get that third supply before my second, and actually hold it off pretty easy. So we do have a lot of tunnels coming up from Silent now. He has a tunnel in the middle of the map, a tunnel in the bottom of the map near the old derrick, and another worker trying to get a northern tunnel.
Yeah, trying to establish some really nice map control here, because I believe the whoever gets early control of this middle area and keeps it probably wins the game on this map, because the entrance into the base is really wide open, both from the north, the west, and the north west sort of bit.
They're a bit smaller.
Well, yeah.
That's a good thing, is to have like whoever has the middle wins, because that encourages then map control. So we do have a worker on the very top of the map, and it looks like he might actually get caught by this dozer. The dozer, I'd imagine, would be going to the top of the map in order to secure it, because with command center cell you want to keep your dozers alive.
He sent a battle master, but if he doesn't see this worker, he might be able to get the tunnel.
Past that technical, that could be terrible. I actually don't know what it's for. Was it full of terrorists or something?
There's a terror in. Oh, this is a nice micro.
He's not paying attention, but he managed to take out his own technical. Whoops. I think that's because he misjudged that, because GLA demo has like a bigger explosion radius.
I believe the tank actually killed that.
Oh, maybe. Anyway, so the Nuke Battle Master is actually taking out the workers in the very central supply, doing a bit of damage there. Building a demo trap in between the tunnel and the dozer to block off the dozer when it crushes the worker. That's kind of creative there. Meanwhile, the Battle Master is taking shots at that tunnel, trying to finish it from building.
I think that'll take it down, actually.
Yeah, we'll do. Anyway, so we do have another Battle Master in the north of the map who's trying to get some worker harassment, but he has actually blocked off with the factory quite well. So the Scorpions will be able to take that Battle Master out before it can actually do some more damage.
It looks like we're going to have a little bit of a fight down at the south side here at this tunnel. He's preparing some Battle Masters.
2 more Battle Masters, yeah. It's actually good thing he doesn't have any garrisons, because those garrisons absolutely rip through the Battle Masters.
Yeah. He's popping out some RPGs, but they all die to the radiation.
Nuke shells, yeah. Nuke Battle Masters they're pretty strong now with the rocket damage nerf against tank armor. That it means they're a fair bit stronger. But the thing is, with the Scorpions are really good against Nuke Battle Masters, because with the rockets they really burst them down, and that's exactly what you want against Battle Masters, is to burst them down so they do the nade before they can split up.
Yeah.
So generally, yeah, you see people going a lot more Scorpion Marauder heavy as opposed to Quad RPG.
Yeah, but we have 3, 6, 8 Battle Masters in the middle, So a massive army here from cncHD pushing through this middle, taking down that turret.
So many Battle Masters, and with that horde bonus, he just has such a strong army there. But you've got to be really careful, because if he does manage to take some of those out, then the chain reaction with those self-destruct can absolutely just tear through your own army Battle Masters. So we might see an early prop center to get that isotope upgrade.
When you have this amount of Battle Masters, it is like, if you lose 2 of them in the middle of that, it is such a game-changing event.
So you gotta be. That's why I like Nukers, because you gotta be on the ball with the micros. Yeah. Get really creative with using them, like the self-destruct aggressively, because the advantage of having that faster movement speed is so important, because it means you're faster than quads. You can position really well to defend. So 2 more Battle Masters at the south of the map gonna actually deny these oil capture from the rebels. That's gonna be very important. So meanwhile, the Battle Master absolutely just ripping through his base now. He has such few quads. The Scorpions are focusing the wrong Battle Masters.
Yeah.
He needs to force fire and target the one Battle Master and just force it down.
And this is a Battle Master massacre. Like,
yeah,
he just owned him there. That's payback for last game, I believe.
I think the reason why it worked was because Silent had pretty poor choice of units. He was getting too many RPGs.
Yeah.
Like against a Nuke, you just got to get some Scorpions, even Marauders, because like with Marauders and Scorpions, you can just abuse that self-destruct really well to down the Nuke Battle Masters. Whereas RPGs, you don't really do so. It's kind of people that they seem to still be in the same habits of 1.4, where they just do the same thing every game, quad RPG against GLA. But you got to kind of change your strategies, your build orders in 1.6, because there are a lot more variations to accommodate for.
Yeah. By the way, you are now a mod on the Twitch chat. So when
so I can kick people I don't like.
Well, yeah, but it also gives so if you post a link and stuff, it shows people that you are trusted, and yeah.
Trusted.
Yeah.
Huh. Fantastic. Awesome. So I'm going to assume that we're just going to keep playing these games. I'm actually really enjoying this. I mean, that second game, to be honest, was a bit disappointing because he just lost really hard. But it was actually pretty cool seeing the creative tunnel placement and that demo trap. I love seeing demo traps. It's probably the most exciting thing as a caster. Like when you see some really nuts demo traps, just make such a huge difference. I don't know if you or a lot of viewers have seen, I think it was my shoutcast number 6. It was the last one at 1.4 where he lost 4 full Rockvies and an Ambo to 1 demo trap.
I've only seen up to number 5. I haven't
Okay.
I haven't watched the latest one.
The latest one. With the latest one.
Oh, is it not?
1.4, and then no, there's the first 6 are 1.4.
Yeah.
And then after that we started doing 1.6 games. I have 2 shoutcasts at 1.6, and then I have another one coming soon, and I also have these which I'll probably post soon as well.
Yeah.
Because basically what happened, right, is after we started doing the series, we got to the stage we were running out of good games.
Yeah.
We wanted more and more games to cast, and they just kept being the same stuff over and over again. It kept being really boring Rockfee spam, and it was just really depressing for us. So we were going to do CCG, but then people started showing interest in 1.6, so we started doing this instead, which is a lot better.
Yeah, well, I think
this time. You should introduce, because
sure.
Doing it.
Today we have Silent and cncHD. I believe they're playing this best of 3. It's currently 1-1, both taking a game in each other's favour, and we have cncHD as the Vanilla USA in the pink colour, and Silent as the Vanilla USA in the cyan colour. I believe Silent always takes cyan, if I remember rightly offline.
Yeah, that's what everyone seems to have their own colour of choice. Like me personally, I'm a red kind of guy.
I'm orange. Orange.
It's a reflection of one's personality. I think it's this very symbolism, all this this kind of jazz.
Yeah.
So I'm actually pretty interested to see how this is going to go, because before we did cast the World Series game. The first one was the USA Mirror, and it was just a really boring Rockfee spam. Well, it wasn't a boring Rockfee spam, but it was a Rockfee spam that you used to. It was pretty one-sided.
Yeah.
Whereas now that we're on 1.6, we should actually see a lot more interesting strategies and tactics coming from both players. So hopefully they'll do a good example, and they'll actually show you guys that USA mirrors are actually pretty exciting now, because there's a lot more options you can do. Like Raptors counter Rockvies really hard.
Yeah.
Crusaders are, and Paladins especially, are stronger against Rockvies, but they're pretty slow, so you can't rely on them. So we have
we missed that. Missile defenders.
Yeah, I saw that. So Silent is doing a missile defender drop against cncHD here.
cncHD does have that drone, so he will see that coming.
Yeah, that's why he's getting all these ranges, because he knows it's coming with the drone and the scan. So he's positioning these ranges to actually spread out and take down the missile defenders when they try and get there. So Silent might actually notice this. He might actually forget about the Chinooks and actually go for some dozers instead. So we have a Crusader tank. Oh, what's that? A Crusader tank? That's not a Rock V. So now missile defenders might actually lock onto this Chinook here.
Oh, he's just moving his dozer very fast.
So he's getting that Chinook caught. Uh-oh, not good micro there. He might escape that though.
No, he's not going to get away from that. Just reloading these RPGs back into the Chinook.
Yeah, the Ranger was running down those Chinooks, but he did get away in time. So that was actually, it was good use there by Silent, but he did manage to lose that Chinook. So we have a Rock V coming out from Silent now. They're definitely very strong. Yeah. Even despite the nerfs. Another missile defender push here, but he's going to evacuate away from those ranges. So the Paladin, sorry, the Crusader tank and the Humvee are actually catching down this Humvee. Laser locking is actually taking that Humvee. So he actually
pretty bad micro
really
there.
Badly.
Because he could have run all of those over.
He could have easily won that. Yeah. Because the Crusader combined with the Humvee is like the exact ideal counter to Rock Vs. You have the Crusader tank to damage the Humvee, and then the other Humvee to actually damage the other missile defenders. Oh, come on, cncHD. This is absolutely terrible.
This is a letdown.
Really. It's not only a letdown, it's a letdown on a live stream. So he's going to be really upset now.
Yeah.
And be coming out now. It's the same Rock V, sorry. So it looks like at this stage, cncHD's economy is just way too weak to actually recover from this, unless he can really get on top of some more micro here. Actually, wait, I didn't realize Silent actually only has one supply. Yeah. So if cncHD can manage to pull this off, then he might be in a good position. We have another barracks coming out, so it looks like cncHD is just going to be spamming a whole bunch of infantry.
It's a laser locking this.
The laser, the dozer. Uh-oh.
It's the last dozer that was. Oh no, it's not.
These other ones.
Yeah, still got the one
he
up
does have two barracks now. So if he can just get a lot of ranges, a lot of missile defenders, he might actually be able to deal with this really early aggression. Yeah. The no eco build is when you go one supply. And it's a bit stronger because Chinooks are actually cheaper. In 1.6, Chinook's going to cost 1,000. Yeah. So losing a Chinook isn't as much of a big deal. Anyway, so all these ranges now are ripping through the missile defenders. But now on the north, we do have the Humvee. The Rock V's actually doing some damage to those Chinooks, but he does manage to micro them away in time. The good work there, actually keeping the Chinooks alive. The Humvees now are just camping the barracks, going down the second dozer. Uh-oh.
If he loses this, it's going to be very difficult for him to get back in the game, as he won't have access to a war factory and just these two barracks. Silent is also now building his second supply, so he's going to increase his economy so he can build more units to just finish off cncHD here.
Okay, so we have a Chinook coming out now from cncHD that might be going for some aggression of his own. Yeah. I'm not actually sure what he was full of, but I would imagine so. Meanwhile, the Rock V's now trying to take out cncHD's northern supply, and even if he loses that, then he still has his other supply to fall back on. Yeah. So here comes cncHD's Chinook full of missile defenders. One of them that's Rangers as well, so he could actually take down some Chinooks himself, and that would be very good. He really needs to do some damage with that drop for it to make it work. Laser locking is taking down the Humvee now, gets the crush off, but the Humvee does go down, and now
there's a whole bunch of Rangers in this, and they also have flashbangs as well.
Fantastic. I would like to see capture though. So the Humvees are actually pulling back now. He actually has forced a retreat from cncHD's Rock V's now, which I don't agree with. Oh, maybe he's not. No, I
was going to say he needs to just finish off cncHD here instead of trying to, because he'll win a base race.
Unfortunately, Silent managed to actually take down cncHD's second laser lock. Yeah. Second missile defender. So without that missile defender, he couldn't take the Chinook. So now the Rock V's are actually killing themselves with the friendly fire.
Oh, that could have been
down one of those Rock V's.
He's trying to move them closer, I think. Oh no. Oh, I like that. Yeah. He stopped them from firing with the missile defenders to get the rank up on the other Humvee.
Here, we have a huge missile defender attack from cncHD. That's why they're doing defending his base, because he has so many troops in his own base. So he's actually doing all this aggression, but it's just too futile at this stage because cncHD has lost pretty much all his buildings. If he loses that supply, that's the only building he has.
His
he
last
will actually
building,
lose the game. Ambo now using to crush over the workers, RPGs. Actually, you see Ambo is used very differently in this because Ambos don't repair vehicles. They don't use them to lame, like, you know, Humvees and make them unkillable. But because to compensate for that nerf, they had a huge price decrease. They own 500. And they have a very high rocket resistance. So you actually use them to counter missile defenders with the crush because of they're fast, they're cheap, and they have a high rocket resistance. So Ambos are definitely good, but for a different reason. And that's what I'm saying about different strategies you can use.
cncHD just being
GG.
finished off here down at the supply. So that was in this best of 3, 2 for Silent and 1 for cncHD.
Yeah, but I think as we mentioned, it was actually a little bit disappointing that CNC's micro was really, it was bad at those really crucial times, like especially with that Rockv where it was against one Rockv against a Crusader and a Humvee. That is the exact counter. That is like the perfect counter against a Rockv, and yet he managed to lose that engagement because he crushed those workers. Yeah. And then with that Rockv down, he would have actually won because then he had 2 supplies as opposed to 1. Excuse me. Yeah, so hopefully we'll see another USA mirror. We actually might ask them, can you guys play USA again? We want to see a USA mirror.
Yeah, sure. I will create the game. I like it also how the players are happy to cycle maps, so we can see quite a lot of these different maps.
That's right. It's kind of the thing, if people are open to a different patch, people are open to a different gameplay, generally means that they're also open to different maps as well. Yeah. Whereas the people who don't want to test out 1.6, they're usually the same people who don't want to test out different maps because they're in this really stagnated state of they don't want to, you know, try different things. They just want to stick with the same things over and over again. I reckon cncHD's watched this cast and he's just going to feel so silly.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, Tropical Warfare. We haven't played that map yet. We'll play this map.
For those of you guys don't actually know, cncHD, he's a caster himself. He's just actually the senior commentator on the 0 hour section. So he's an absolute baller. He does a lot of work for us. Yeah. You know, portalizing all our posts, and he's kind of a figurehead in between us little newbie casters and then like the actual admins of 0 hour.
And what I will do actually is for any of you who don't or who haven't seen his casts, I will post a link to his YouTube channel in the stream chat right now. So a little bit of friendly advertising cncHD's direction as he is losing all of these games.
I think it's our apology for going on about how bad he was that last game. Was just absolutely bad mouthing him and then go, oh, we should probably link his channel.
Make up for this because he could probably kick us off staff.
Last game was really bad by me.
Alright, here we go. No kidding.
Says the streamers. So close to power.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was funny. You know what I want to see? Richard? You know what I want to see, Richard?
Go on, Callum.
Take a guess. Take a guess what I want to see.
What do you want to see?
What? Take a guess.
I don't know.
Don't be so...
You want to see me own you, cncHD and Silent 1 versus 3 on Tournament Flame. Tournament Flame, Twilight Flame.
No.
Yes.
Close. What I want to see is I want to see some airfield play coming from these USA players.
I was very close though.
Because airfield got absolutely buffed really hard in 1.6 because in 1.4 airfield is so useless. Like it really is absolutely terrible.
Unless
Whereas,
you're
pretty much everything apart from Roars, like Raptors got a build time decrease, they got a reload decrease. I'm not sure about that, I don't think they got damage, but having that, they're a lot more accessible, so they're a lot more useful. So you can actually use them to counter Rockvies as well. Comanches, they got their armor type changed a bit, they're a bit more resistant to certain things. Yeah. And as well as stealth bombers, because they counter ECMs. They hard counter ECMs. Every shot will kill an ECM. Yeah. It means that you can actually use them as a technique to take down ECMs, which is really good because as Air Force General and Super Weapon General, you don't actually get any way of dealing with ECMs other than just getting a whole bunch of missile defenders and hoping you break through their shields. Yeah. Apart from like Colonel Burton, that doesn't really work. That's not reliable. Okay, so we have another game on 1.6 patch between Silent as the USA Vanilla and cncHD as the Orange USA Vanilla, playing on, Tropical, what's it called?
I'm so
It's
useless.
Something.
Tropical Warfare, I believe.
Oh yeah.
I'm so bad with map names. I always forget.
Yeah. You should probably uninstall.
Yeah, I really should.
Just give me your stream.
Be right back.
Just, you know, let me take over.
Actually, it won't be right back. I'll just be gone.
Oh, a really aggressive supply. That's a weird placement. I would say that's so he can.
I think
I
that's.
have no idea to be honest. I'm gonna save maybe for these supplies over here.
Could be a dozer drop.
That's
Yeah, it's a dozer
you're
drop.
right. Why didn't I think of that?
We saw. I think it was Was it Opsnide? No, it's Pwnage, was it?
Applemose, yeah, with
Yeah.
those really aggressive.
Do this.
laser
He built
pushes.
his supply to get the Chinook out faster, further forward, so he can drop his dozer.
It's pretty all in though. Like, what? And the other dozer. What the hell?
We're having a double dozer drop here. This is.
Oh. Wow. What is going on here? The Chinooks actually go past each other. They fly past one another. I'm not sure what's going to happen.
I believe Silence
So,
also
we have
dozer dropping.
a forward barracks. 2 forward barracks. Oh my
And Silent
God,
up at the top left with his dozer.
I heard about this. We had crew actually telling us how strong this opening was.
Yeah.
I am really interested to see how this takes off. I haven't seen this in action before. I have no idea if this is going to work or not.
He does have a Humvee out already.
Silent goes through his own early forward barracks. This is weird. The early Humvee now is actually focusing on that barracks. He's not catching down that laser lock, so he's taking a lot of damage. So he's going to lose that Humvee to that missile. He shouldn't laser lock. He would have just took it down.
If he got 2 shots off on that, he'd died, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. A fire base coming out as well. With that fire base, he can actually defend really well. But here comes another Chinook drop from Silent with missile defenders. Oh no, he has no way of defending against that.
This is going to be his economy gone.
Only supply. That's it. He can't alternate between supplies. So that was an interesting exchange.
And his barracks here is blocking the fire base from actually shooting, so he can't take out this Humvee, killing his first barracks.
We might see a base race because, like, thing is with cncHD's base, it's in Silent's base.
Yeah.
So he can't really kill it well.
Sorry.
Silent is still mining. Silent still has 1 Chinook.
Yeah. I think cncHD needs some ranges out of these barracks here, as there are a lot from. There'll be a lot when he kills Silent's buildings.
I would like to see an ambo to actually deal with the ranges. I think it's more important than a Humvee at this stage. Is just getting some ambos for the crush.
Yeah.
So
he's almost killed his own dozer here.
Yeah. He's just building so many things. He's got 3 barracks, a power, and a fire base, but he has no money left. He has 100, so he might actually have to sell the power and the supply in his own base to give him some more funds. So 2 fire bases actually. But this isn't looking good for cncHD because he does have. So Silent has 2 Chinooks that are just constantly mining. So he does have the long-term economy, but cncHD has so many units right now that he could actually make a pretty worthwhile push.
He's running over with his Humvee. Just got one.
They were way too close to the war factory there. That's why they got crushed. If he had more distance, 4 missile defenders can pretty much just camp up the factory. Oh, we missed that. We missed that. The 2 rangers coming out of cncHD's power plant took down all those missile defenders. And meanwhile, cncHD is laser locking down Silent's Chinooks now. So if he can actually sell some of his buildings, he can actually afford to get down Chinook and continue his production.
Taking out this dozer.
The dozer does go down to that laser lock. Is that the only one he has? No, he has the second dozer in
the top left.
Silence. Yeah, natural supply. I'm getting the players mixed up because it's like the opposite bases.
Yes,
but confusing who's where.
cncHD has no money now. He's selling his barracks, and he cannot get another Chinook up, despite them costing 200. Oh, he's selling his supply, so he's going all in right now.
I thought he was going to actually sell his fire base at the bottom of the map here, because with both of those buildings, he probably wouldn't be able to afford a new Chinook.
Maybe,
but I guess at this stage he does realise it's 2 against 1. Anyway, so a Humvee now taking down some of these missile defenders. I'm not sure where this is going to go. I think Silent is just going to try and hold out with some Humvees.
Yeah.
He doesn't really need anything else because Humvees and Rangers is all he actually needs to deal with the barracks units.
Yeah.
I mean, like, barracks units aren't really hard to deal with unless they get a whole bunch of them. That's when you want to start getting pathfinders and the flashbangs. So meanwhile, cncHD is running out of money. He's out of money now. He's only got 100 left. So if he can't win with these 2 missile defenders, I'm gonna say that's game. The other option he has, he can actually like force fire his own buildings, and with that he then can actually get rangers to push.
He's selling his power right now. I don't think he should sell these. I think he should have force fired the power and then sold the fire base.
It takes too long though. It takes way too long. Like taken him probably 15 seconds each. Meanwhile, that's just giving Silent a lot of time to get some more Humvees up.
Yeah.
So another Ambo now. Yep. See, if you look at like how much more health the Ambos have compared to Rockvies against rocket damage, I'm actually not sure about this.
OP Dozer will win.
Do
or
Ambos move faster than Rockvies? I'm not sure.
No, they don't. They Ambos and Humvees have the exact same movement speed.
Okay. Fair enough. GG. Well, that was
interesting.
How do we explain that? Like, the whole game, I just had no idea what was happening. I was just like, what does this actually mean?
Well, it adds up to what cncHD was actually saying earlier this morning on TeamSpeak, where he was saying, because he doesn't actually know what's strong in this patch, and nobody's actually realised what is like the big thing. Like, he's just trying so many random strategies to see what works, and it's really good to watch.
People that try and work these out firsthand, because give it like a couple of weeks or a month's time, we might start seeing some strategies used more than others, like when they actually find which are the strongest strategies.
Yeah.
But at least the good thing to see is that like people are forming the same opinions, because that barracks like the double barracks opening is so strong according to crew. Like, I haven't seen it myself, and it would have been strong. The only reason why it didn't work was because of cncHD lost both of his Chinooks to that silent laser lock drop, and had he not lost those Chinooks, then he would have been in a really good position. But I'm sure Silent actually realised that. He like probably would have had a spy drone there, and then he would have actually realised that that's really exposed. I should push that.
Yeah.